Now at 6, a tornado passes through Jasper County. Meteorologist Doug Heddy has the latest on today's weather and what comes next. Plus, we check in with Goodman, Missouri, a year after the police force resigned. And a Joplin High School club raises big funds for a local organization.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This was the funnel cloud as it passed north of Joplin around 1:30 this afternoon. KOAM showed it live on air, falling, rising, and reforming shortly before the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning. The tornado caused some structural damage northwest of the Joplin Airport. The Weather Service confirmed the tornado just east of Nashville, Missouri, near the Barton-Jasper County line before it dissipated west of Lamar. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. We're going to check out some of that damage in a bit, but first let's go to Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of that video. Of course, this was kind of an atypical situation. Usually most of our tornadoes occur with supercells or very powerful lines. These were just moderate thunderstorms but had enough rotation. Most of the time it was just a funnel cloud, but we're looking by the airport and you can see we had a brief touchdown with a little bit of damage. I was actually chasing it, which was something I rarely get to do, but I got to watch it right as it went through all of Jasper County into Barton County. Again, low severe threat today, so anytime we have a low severe threat, we need to pay attention as we can get these kind of situations. All right, let's look outside. You can see our report near Carl Junction. We had some minor damage across the region. All these thunderstorms that rolled through, these are pushing east. We have some additional ones which are popping up just west of Lamar, Pittsburgh, down toward Columbus and Miami. These mainly should behave. We have a very low severe threat as we go through the evening hours, but we are going to have scattered thunderstorms for the next few hours. And then we get to dry out a bit as we go into Friday. Another round of storms by Saturday. We're going to talk about it all here in just a bit.
See you soon. That storm damaged some trees and homes on Dogwood Trail Loop in Carl Junction. That's where KOAM's Tanya Bach is now. She joins us live.
That's right, Dow. I'm on the Dogwood Trails route just off of Gumwood Road here in Carl Junction. As you can see around me, there's still a little bit of damage left to pick up, and there's some volunteers here helping to do just that. The community response here this afternoon has been amazing. There was a lot of trees down earlier, and they've gotten them picked up so quickly. Very impressed. Now, one of the residents I spoke to earlier today says he saw the tornado drop down just over his neighbor's house at the end of the block around 1:37 p.m. And then it tore up the street all the way to the end of the street at Gum Road before it lifted back up again. Now, there is quite a bit of damage. There was quite a bit of damage up and down the road. Lots of trees were torn down, fences torn apart like the one you saw behind me, debris tossed from yard to yard. The twister tore huge holes into the roof of 2 of the homes. Now, I spoke to both of those homeowners this afternoon who say they were taking naps when the storm hit. One of them said it was a flower pot landing on his bed that woke him up.
Well, you got the roof, and you got that window over there, and I ain't been around back yet, so I don't know. But it was loud.
Now, everyone we spoke to say the sirens here did not go off until they went outside to inspect the damage that had been done. Reporting live in Carl Junction, Tanya Bach.
Good to see. Apparently there are no serious injuries. Tanya, thanks. We do have a timeline of the storm along with more dramatic videos and photos from our news team and viewers. Check it out at KOAMnewsnow.com. Goodman, Missouri's chief of police says they're fully staffed now, a year after the force resigned. Last year, the entire Goodman Police Department resigned after John Bunch became mayor. The former police chief alleged that Bunch threatened the department multiple times. Bunch resigned after a mass walkout by city workers. Now with a fully staffed department, Goodman's new police chief, Samuel Townsend, says the crime rate has significantly decreased.
It used to be 17.6%, but now it's at 2.6%. So we've came a long way. We've worked very hard and keeping that public safety, and we really enjoy working with our community and serving the public.
Townsend says the key to the recovery of the police department was being more active within the community. Joplin High School Philanthropic Society presented an almost $12,000 check to the organization One Joplin. To raise funds, the student-led club worked on several fundraising projects during the year. The money will help restock the JHS food pantry as well as create an angel fund, helping students with food insecurity access food from the cafeteria.
We all go to Joplin High School. We can all see that there is an issue that needs to be addressed, and they said it in there, you can't learn on a hungry, when you're hungry on an empty stomach, and that's so true. Every day we walk the halls and we see students who, need a little bit of help in that kind of area.
I think it's just amazing to see students that are spending their time to raise funds with the heart of giving those funds to make an impact in their community. That I think it's just incredible.
This is not the first time the Joplin High School Philanthropic Society has supported local organizations. In 2023, they raised $15,000 for Rafa House International. The year before, $11,000 was donated to Foster Adopt Connect. This Sunday, a lot of Kansas City University medical students in Joplin will celebrate their graduation. For one student, the ceremony is especially meaningful. Alice Pulsifer had to overcome not only the challenges in the classroom, but also hardships in her personal life. After being a teenage mom and homeless for a while, the Arizona native moved to Joplin with her husband and 4 children to achieve her biggest dream, becoming a doctor. Pulsifer was also diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and during her time as a medical student, her husband passed away. But all of these challenges didn't stop her.
I don't want to say it came naturally, because there's definitely days where I did not want to get out of bed or keep going, or things could just get really hard. That, and then there's also just a lot of suffering that people experience, and if I can ease that suffering in any capacity, then I will feel a lot of satisfaction in my life.
Pulsifer overcame the difficulties, and now the soon-to-be doctor is looking forward to commencement. In July, she's going to begin working as an internal medicine resident physician at Freeman Health System. KCU commencement will be held at MSSU Leggett & Platt Athletic Center at 10 a.m. and we're going to hear much more from Pulsifer tonight at 10. Some gorillas are headed to the NFL. John Dales has that story later in sports. But first, Lamar, Missouri prepares for its annual celebration of President Harry S. Truman. It's been 65 years since the birthplace of President Harry S. Truman in Lamar, Missouri was dedicated as a historic site. KOAM's Anthony Saviello takes us there just ahead of the annual celebration of President Truman's birthday.
The only president to be born in the state of Missouri, Harry S. Truman may have gone on to lead our country, but his life started here.
We're just very excited to have his birthplace here and really celebrate that. Even though he was only here for 11 months, from his birth till 11 months, we think that he thought this was a very important place to him, because he did come back here in '44 when he was running for vice president, did his acceptance speech here on the Lamar Square, and then was here in '59 for the dedication of the home. So we feel like it was important to Harry, and we would like to just keep on that tradition.
The history of this site and President Truman is kept alive through the annual Truman Day celebration. Each year, people coming from all around to enjoy the festivities and the site.
And we try to do something different. This event is hosted with the Chamber of Commerce here in Barton County, and we try to come up with new ideas to keep people coming, but we get those people that just want to come see the house and just kind of remember him and the times during the 1880s when he was born here.
For site administrator Beth Basil, it's all about sharing the humble beginnings of President Truman and giving a glimpse of the past.
It's an honor to be here and actually preserve this site. I really enjoy visiting with the people that come here to see where he was born. Something that's most memorable is that when we have school groups come in and they realize, oh, a president is born here, and then they realize that there's no electricity or running water in the house, and they really get to see how people lived in the 1880s.
Though the average person might walk by President Truman's birthplace and not give it a second thought, the simple fact is this birthplace is a testament to the history here in Lamar and Barton County. Reporting in Lamar, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Truman Day is going to be Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Most events and activities will be free of charge. Doug's forecast is next.
All right, guys, of course, we've had a little bit of severe weather for us today during the afternoon hours. We had the one tornado, a couple other funnel clouds, but majority of what people have seen this afternoon is what we call scud, which is just scary looking clouds. There was the sirens went off in Carthage around 4 o'clock. That was scud, not tornadic activity, but we've had a low severe threat today. We've talked about it the past couple days, so anytime we have a severe threat, you always got to be weather aware. Make sure you always stay to KOAM. And of course, we always stream on our KOAM YouTube page. Right now, looks okay. We still have clouds out there, scattered showers, thunderstorms across the region. Here's our cluster that produced the funnels and the brief tornado earlier over towards Springfield, a little line of showers and thunderstorms working through Barton County, Crawford County, and then into Ottawa County. We are going to have scattered thunderstorms as we go through the evening hours. Overall severe threat is very low, but still a minor threat. So showers and thunderstorms, a little stronger storm pushing into northern parts of Ottawa County. Thunderstorms, Mount Vernon to Monette, down toward Cassville, then a break. And then you can see this little guy, northern parts of Ottawa County, very weak storms once you get south of Pittsburgh and west of Lamar. So again, the overall severe threat is very low. We did get some flash flooding with that storm earlier today, west side of Joplin, Carl Junction, all the way up into Barton County. A lot of areas picked up 2 to 3 inches of rain. Most of us 70 to about 75 degrees. Here's a look at 7th and range line. You can see the cumulus clouds, 74 southwest winds at about 5 to 10. Through the evening, we slide back through the 60s into the 50s. Later on tonight, here's our little upper level wave firing off the thunderstorms today. Here's our next one, which will give us thunderstorms late tomorrow night and then into Saturday morning. So let's go through time. Hit and miss storms next several hours. Again, overall severe threat is very low. We'll keep our eyes on it. As we go through the night into tomorrow morning, just clouds. We start near 60. Then we warm up through the day. Friday's actually going to be a really nice day. Once we get into the afternoon, we should make it into the upper 70s. There could be an isolated thunderstorm late in the day. Better chances for thunderstorms is going to be late tomorrow night. So here's after midnight, most likely severe. As they roll in, we'll weaken, but we are going to have a severe threat late tomorrow night. And then periods of showers and thunderstorms as we go through Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon looks okay as we go into the mid 70s. Front kind of drops through the region, and then we'll see rain chances increasing again as we go into Sunday morning. So we have round after round over the next couple days. Rainfall amounts for us as we go all the way into Saturday morning. You can see a lot of areas are going to pick up another quarter, another half an inch, 3/4 of an inch in spots. Day planner for you Friday, 61 in the morning, 70 by noon. High temp right around 78 degrees. 76 Saturday, morning thunderstorms. Scattered thunderstorms, especially in our southern counties on Sunday. High temp of 70. 80 on Monday, a severe threat again. Monday, late Monday into Tuesday. So a lot to watch over the next several days.
And a reminder, even if it's a low severe threat,
Still
people
a
need
threat.
to be aware.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, a former Frontenac Raider is named the MIAA Baseball Freshman of the Year. And a Gorilla football alum is making his NFL dreams come true. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
Pittsburgh State has 2 of its football alumni get picked up by NFL teams after the draft concluded this past weekend. One of those being Rico Payton, who signs with the New Orleans Saints as an undrafted free agent. The former Gorilla cornerback says he feels honored to represent the Pitt State football program at the next level.
Pittsburgh State is a great school. I had a great team. I love all my coaches, my teammates, teachers who've helped me out, and just the school in general was a great place for me. I learned a lot and just proud to represent the Gorillas.
Just over 2 months ago, the Pitt State men's and women's track and field teams both finished in first place at the MIAA Indoor Championships. This weekend, the Gorillas try to replicate and build on their success at the outdoor MIAA Championships. Head coach Kyle Rutledge says both groups are prepared and focused.
I think we're very ready. Our kids do a great job of getting ready for the conference championship and what we gear for going into this time of the year. But our kids look good, they feel good mentally, physically. So we're excited about this weekend. I mean, it's conference weekend. There's no better weekend than right now, and our kids are excited.
The MIAA baseball tournament begins tomorrow. This afternoon, the conference announces its annual postseason awards. Frontenac High School alum and Emporia State infielder Logan Myers is named the 2024 MIAA Co-Freshman of the Year. He shares the award with Jack Scott from Central Missouri. The Pittsburgh native has a batting average of .301 with the second most hits, runs, and walks for the Hornets in the regular season. Here's a look at the Missouri Southern players that receive all MIAA honors. Starting pitcher Cole Gaiman and shortstop Henry Kuziak are named to the first team All-Conference. Drew Townsend is on the second team, Will Doherty on the third team All-MIAA. Kuziak named to the Gold Glove team as well. Then Trent Harris, Kyle Moore, Garrett Rice, Ethan Clark, and Tragan Parker, all of them receive honorable mention status. Here are Pittsburgh State Baseball's All-Conference honorees. Dylan Kurahashi Choi Fu is on the first team All-MIAA. Tanner Leslie, Boston Dowd, and Nixon Brandon, all three of them on the second team. Dagan Brady, the lone gorilla, on the third team All-MIAA. Brady Pasha, Cade Clemens, Josh Holmes, and Blake Mosley, all of them receive honorable mention status from the MIAA. The MIAA softball tournament enters quarterfinal round today in Edmond, Oklahoma. That's where Missouri Southern season comes to an end. The Lions fall 3-1 against the top seed in the conference, that's Rogers State. Southern finishes its 2024 campaign with a 33-22 record. Lions say goodbye to three seniors, Adriana Young, Kara Amos, and Yasmin Vargas. Pitt State softball, their season far from over. The Gorillas begin their tournament run this evening in the MIAA quarterfinals against Fort Hays State. These two teams met once this season. That was a doubleheader back in March. Gorillas won both of those games. First pitch just a few minutes away. I'll keep you updated on the final score later tonight. That's a look at sports. We'll be back after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to have more on one KCU Joplin medical student's incredible journey to graduation. Plus, trade schools see a surge in enrollment. We're going to learn why. And tips for parents to help students overcome test anxiety. Those stories, a lot more coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Some people might have been dealing with some anxiety this afternoon from the overhead skies, but it's the worst of the danger at least is past for now.
Yeah, mainly funnel clouds across the region. We, of course, had a brief touchdown, but we are going to have scattered thunderstorms through the evening hours. Again, overall severe threat is low. But still something we'll keep our eyes on. Tomorrow looks good. 78 thunderstorms back in for the weekend.
Final sports notes.
Crowder softball wins today in a playoff game. They're 2 wins away from a regional championship.
So well. We're going to leave you with KOAM's drone video of that tornado in Jasper County this afternoon. We'll see you right back here at 10. Be careful out there. Let's make it a great evening.